Hey guys, so just want to speak a little bit about everybody asking about eating, diet, nutrition, that kind of thing, and we never seem to meet up as a class because we have the different class times and morning and evening classes and stuff like that. So a lot of people were asking in terms of like eating and diet and what to do differently and stuff. So I just said I'm gonna try and address it in a video um, as best as I could. And any more questions, you could just hit my PM or anything like that. So I'll be speaking on leptin, right, which is a hormone produced by your adipose tissues, um, or your fat cells, basically. Um, is the basically the hormone that regulates energy balance and inhibits hunger and stuff like that. And so what happens is as I keep repeating with in terms of eating and stuff, as well as training, consistency is your key, right? So if you were to maintain um, your diet as best as you could, or as best as I outlined in the diet guide, um, you would um, you would find yourself basically, if you're looking to lose fat, um, you have to get into a calorie deficit, right? Whether you do it via cutting off eating dinner early, um, restricting the amount of calories you eat during the day. I mean, I know the whole like measuring all the calories and stuff could become a bit tedious. So there are ways to get around that in terms of like the plate size, the portions in terms of your fists. I would have spoken about if anybody needs clarification in terms of that. We could go into it, right? So you make little changes like those. So one of the things is in terms of leptin, um, what happens is if you lose body fat, you will be producing less leptin, um, which basically sends your hunger up, right? Because what happens is it acts like your body's thermostat in terms of fat. So if you were to eat properly and stuff, I don't like to use the word diet per se, because a diet is something to me that is not sustainable. Whether it be a fasting diet, whether it be keto diet, that kind of thing. Um, I rather say that, alright, so nutrition wise, in terms of your eating, if you work out consistently, and you're in a calorie deficit and you lose a certain amount of body fat or weight, and the your leptin end up going low because you have less fat to produce leptin, um, your hunger will go up. So what happens is, as I said, in terms of being like your body's fat thermostat, is that it will tend to want you to eat more to gain back the body weight that you were before. So like for example, you would find like people, um, they're real restricting, um, coming down to carnival or anything like that, or they have a occasion coming up, like whether it be a vacation or whatever, or an event. So they would do everything properly. They would work out consistently. They would eat properly, that kind of thing. Get into a deficit, lose fat, and then like let me use the example of a vacation. You go on vacation and you just let loose. So basically, you take your foot off the pedal, and you gain back, like let me say, at 10 pounds very easily. Um, is basically something that makes your body want to go back to the weight that it had found as its norm, right? Because what happens is, if you maintain a certain body weight for a certain amount of time, um, usually more than a year, that becomes like your body's norm body weight, right? So basically, like if you lose a certain amount of weight or fat, your body will want to go back to that previous body weight. So you'll have to try and maintain the lower body weight for more than a year or probably 2 years, and then what would happen is that would become the lower body weight will become like a new set point. So it's not a matter of just crash doing whatever and just losing some weight, and then we all know people, they would lose, and then they would rebound back to where they were, or even worse, and that is where your consistency comes in. So in order to keep leptin under control, is consistency with the training is, well, I recommend obviously vegan diet, and whether I want to follow it or not, 100% in terms of like um, processed foods, in terms of trans fats, um, all those things associated with eating meat or eating a lot of meat, um, would would not be good for your leptin levels, right? So in terms of keeping it regulated, um, you want to get in, enough protein for breakfast. And remember, I don't recommend missing breakfast or anything like that. So you could get in that with your oats and chia seed, linseed, um, protein powder, whatever. Yeah, so you don't need basically like your eggs and all those different things in order to get enough protein in the morning. You want to limit like high fructose stuff. You want to limit obviously anything that very inflammatory, which is like meat stuff again, that kind of thing. Um, Complex carbs, obviously. Um, you know, High fiber, um, hit, which is basically like what we do in CrossFit and stuff like that. Um, Getting more sleep, that kind of thing. So um, basically, if you could get those things in order, and as I say again, be consistent with the diet and, not diet, but the eating and training, um, you could get the leptins level down, and you could reset whatever is your body weight or amount of fat that you have. So it's like basically too, if somebody in class is, let me say, 20% body fat. Remember I said for men you want to be anywhere between 12 to 14 for athletic male, and for women 16 to 20%. So obviously if you're a man and you're above, i I say 14, but if you're above 16, then 16% of your total body weight is fat. So just imagine how much basically dead weight or non-functional mass you're carrying around. And for a woman, anything over 20 as well, um, we want to try and work on to drop off. So in terms of the actual eating and stuff, we could go into more detail on those things, portion sizing, that kind of thing. For now, just maintain the things that I spoke about in terms of keeping the leptin in check, which is the way that I talked about eating certain things, keeping your exercise consistent, right? Try as best as possible to make your full weekend CrossFit and that kind of thing. Water very important. Obviously limiting um, your empty calorie drinks and those kind of things. So yeah, we'll talk more. Let me know if any questions and stuff. Take care, guys.